Preps, welcome to our English lesson for today. Before you started this lesson, you should have listened to our focus text, Oi Frog, and hopefully you were listening out for some rhyming words. This is a picture from Oi Frog, and we're going to use this today. This picture has some goats, and the goat is sitting on a coat. Goat and coat both have the same chunk at the end. They have the oat chunk at the end, so goat and coat are rhyming words. Let's have a look at our learning intention for today. We are learning to listen and produce rhyming words. So we were just listening for rhyming words. Producing rhyming words means that you can say some rhyming words. Our success criteria for today: I can change the first sound and add the oat chunk to make new words. Goat and coat both have the oat chunk at the end, so goat and coat rhyme. We are going to go through all the sounds in the alphabet and see if we can make some other rhyming words for goat and coat that have the oat chunk at the end. Let's have a look at our worksheet. We have the oat chunk here, and we are going to change the first sound to make some words. The first letter of our alphabet is A. What sound does A make? That's right, A makes an A sound. Let's put it in front of oat. A oat. A oat. Is a oat a word? A-oat isn't a real word, so we can't put it on our rhyming words. So we're going to put a cross through the A, and we're going to say, sorry, Mr. A, we can't use you today. Let's move on to the next letter, which is B. The sound that B makes is B. B-oat. Let's stretch that out together. B-oat. Boat. Is boat a word? Boat is a real word, so we can put the B in front of oat to make the word boat. What about C? C makes a k sound. K, oat. Coat. Is coat a real word? Coat is a real word. We saw that the goat is sitting on the coat, so we can use C and put a k in front of oat and make the word coat. What about D? D makes a D sound. D, oat. D, oat. Dote. Is dote a word? Dote isn't a word that we're going to use, so we can put a cross through D and say, sorry, Mr. D, we can't use you today. What about E? Oat. Oat. Is oat a word? Oat isn't a word, so we're going to put a cross through E and say, sorry, Mr. E, we can't use you today. What about oat? Foat. Is foat a word? Foat isn't a real word, so we're going to put a cross through F and say, sorry, Mr. F, we can't use you today. The next letter is G. G. Oat. Goat. Is goat a real word? Goat is a word, and we saw in our picture the goat sitting on the coat. So we can use the letter G and make the word goat. Can you continue on through the rest of the alphabet and add all of the sounds in front of oat to see if they make a word? Let's go through the rest of the sounds together. H says H, I says I, J says J, K says K, L says L, M says M, N says N, O says O, P says P, Q says qu, R says S says s, T says t, U says V says v, W says w, X says x, Y says y, and Z says z. Can you try putting all of those sounds in front of the chunk oat and see if you can make any real rhyming words to go with all the rhyming words we already have that rhyme with goat and coat from our story?